Hello, I thought I would just jump on and let you know where we're up to with our Whispers from the Wood project. So, it's all coming together. We have our cards are currently being printed. So we've got a beautiful deck of 48 oracle cards. Each of the cards has the most beautiful painting by my mum and the gorgeous back on here and all the graphic works that's been designed by Mary, and they're all incredibly detailed with lots of messages coming through for you there. And it's a mixture of woodland, animals and trees that we have there. So we've got the pack of cards and the little bag for them to go in. We also have, to keep everything together, this Whispers from the Wood bag for you as well, and that's where you can just, if you're out and about transporting things there. We have the beautiful book, which has ended up as just the most gorgeous little accompaniment book here, and this has got everything that I've written in here as well. So this has all the messages behind the cards. There's full colour, so you've got the big illustration of the cards there. We've got the gorgeous little illustrations that Mum's done that accompany all the information in there. With each of the cards, there's 3 separate sections. We've got the spirit of the card that tells you about who's featured in this card, so in this instance the frog. Then we have the Whispers from the Wood, and that's the message to you. That's the message from the card in answer to, you know, what you're wanting guidance on, what your question is, or maybe you've just put it out there, you know, what do I need to focus on? So that's the Whispers from the Wood there. And then the lore section is different for each of them. It could be that in this instance it's an old folk tale that I've retold. It could be in this one here there's just a little bit of folklore surrounding. This one here is the hare. So there's just some folklore and just cool information really of just things that I've researched and found. With the peacock here, it's actually my granda had peacocks when we were growing up, so it's just a little bit of just fun memories around that. And some of them we have some recipes. Let's see, we've got a little renewal ritual for the snake. Sometimes it's blessings, sometimes it's little spells, sometimes it's poems, sometimes it's kind of medicinal things in there of how the plant can be used medicinally. So the folklore section is it's a bit different for each one, and yeah, I've got some fun old recipes in there as well. So this book here, it's got the message from the card, but it's also just a beautiful book for you to read. And what I've included in the pack as well is some notepaper, because when you're doing your readings, it can be nice to make notes of something that's relevant to you, and you can actually just slot it in the book, so then it helps you keep a reference of what messages are coming through strongly to you. Look at that beautiful illustration there. Lots of gorgeous things here, and you know, those of you who've got little kids, there's some wonderful little folk tales in among there that are good bedtime stories as well. So this is how it's all coming together. With those of you who are not familiar with oracle cards, it's something that you just add into your little daily ritual. Sometimes it could just be a 1 card pick. Other times it could be that you're doing multiples. With how this deck's come together, there's a lot of information for 1 card. So really how I kind of see these cards being used just in the easiest, most straightforward way is in the morning, you just have a little shuffle, you spread them out, you choose a card. So you just shuffle them up. Often the card will jump out at you, and that's your one. So here we've got the ash. You then have a little look. We've got the index. The cards are set into the seasons. So this is a spring card. We've got the ash here. I can go to page 36. It might be that I make a note of, if there's something particular on your mind, make a note of it. I have got a section in the book of how to use the cards, and it gives you some good ideas of questions that you can be playing on, thinking about in your mind while you shuffle, of something that you do want guidance on. Jot it down on a bit of paper, make notes, put a date down, you know, whatever feels right, and then you can just pop it in here, and then you can have a little read through at the end of the day. come back to it and have a little look. How has, the ash card's all about connection. So how has that played out for you throughout the day? How's that played out for you on what you were wanting guidance from? It could be that you kind of want to drill down deeper if you've got something particular that's really happening for you. So it could be that you do want, and it's connection, but you kind of want more information, and that's where you could do another shuffle and get a second card to give you more clarification. So then we've got the balance of the bear, so then you can read the bear and see how that's relevant to you. And really these cards help you tap into your intuition of helping you quieten your mind to then let the answers come to you, because only you know your situation, you know what's happening. So these just help you gain clarity and help you give you that little bit of guidance of what's good to focus on to help you to get to that next step. So we are the book hopefully will go into production very soon, and then we'll be opening pre-orders, and my aim is to have the packs so that pre-orders are getting sent out by the end of the month. So we're really getting quite close on everything coming together. It's been such a fabulous project to do, and it's really evolved over the last few years, from just a little idea to bigger and bigger and bigger, and writing a book, which wasn't, it kind of was just part of the byproduct of it that I hadn't really thought about when we started. But it's been it's been really interesting. It's been a really different little path to go down, but I'm so proud of the end result, and it's so beautiful. It just has, it's just come together gorgeous, and you'll see when you get it. It's so nice to be able to showcase Mum's talents, and her illustrations are fantastic. And you'll see when when you're looking, and the messages that come through and the detail in the cards. I hope that you love it as much as I do. So hopefully I shall have some good news for you soon with pre-orders being open, and it's all coming together, and I can't wait for you to be able to have a shuffle, because it's been so good with whether it's people in class or at the markets where people have had a little shuffle, picked a card, and just the cards they're on point. There's some quite scary little things have happened, and some hilarious ones as well of this is just a fun side note story of my husband, who's not really an oracle card man, and I was making him have a little shuffle when we were at Indigescapes Market the other day, and we were eating tiny little mini quiches, as you do, and he was like, oh well, I just need the pie card if the cards are so on point with what's happening in my life. And I said, well, there's not obviously a pie card, but I said I do have a magpie in there. So he was having a little shuffle, and of course the card that he picked was the magpie. So cards don't lie. It's I hope you enjoy them, and I can't wait to see how they work in your life.